Talk about the war on terror. I hope you haven't fallen for this fucking global fucking lie called the war on terror. It's for the creation of perpetual war, because you can't end a fucking war on terror, can you? Plus you can't have a war on terror because you can't have a war on a noun. Understand? No, you can't. You need a country or a nation state to wage war. You can't wage a war on a noun. Terror, or terrorism, which they claim is an ideology, and terrorism is not an ideology, it's a political technique used to motivate revolution. But they've turned it into an ideology, and through the mainstream media with massive political agendas have connected it to Muslims, making it that terrorism is an ideology inherent within Islam, which is a fucking lie, because no one's religion actually has terrorism as an ideology. Even though, personally, I would think that most fundamentalist religions are psychological and spiritual terrorism unto themselves, but that's not what we're talking about. So, we have the war on terror, do we? Now, what's the end of the war on terror? What's the end? When's it going to end? What's the end plan? When you've got the terror? Yes, we've got an exit strategy on this motherfucker. Once the terror's gone, we're going to exterminate the terror. And we're going to move on to horror. Next. We'll have the war on horror. We'll get those golf fuckers. We'll get them. Drag those bastards down to Guantanamo Bay, no worries. Hard to get them to wear orange, but, you know, we'll give it a fucking go. Unbelievable. You're having a war on terror, are you? That's right. What does war create? Terror. Excellent. So you're having a war against the consequence of the actions you're involved in. Yeah, but ours is good terror. It's good, peace, freedom, loving terror. Yeah. Kind of like terror light. Yeah. Sort of a diet terror. Yeah. Sort of, I can't believe it's not terror. It's a sort of... It's utterly terror, dropping the most high-tech military equipment in the world on people who live with goats. That's terror. Do you understand? It's fucking terror. They're creating terror, and then they're calling these people extremists. They get the most high-tech military equipment in the universe, and they drop it on people in huts, and they go, they're extreme. These people are extremists, so we've got 500-pound depleted uranium shells to drop on their goats because they're extreme. They're extremists, and it's good to be up here on the moderate side. Palestinians, they're also extremists. I know, I read about it in the paper. Because they defend themselves against the fourth largest army in the world with rocks. You must understand that's not an extremist, it's an optimist. You understand? It's an optimist of the highest fucking caliber. Here comes the tank. Looks like we've got ourselves an extremist. Look, he's dented this fucking thing here, look at that. You bulldoze the village, I'll see if I can tap this fucking thing. He's chipped the paint. Look at this, he's chipped the fucking paint.